Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Meloncita, and today I am going to be going through a kind of what it looks like with how I check in with my planner throughout the week. So if you're interested in seeing how I do that, then keep watching. So this is my big happy planner. It has my catch-all, which is my combo with my goal planner as well. And this is where I keep like my appointments, my to-dos, things like that. So this is the week that we're currently in. This is the week of February 9th to the 15th. It is Valentine's Day week. And so I've kind of already set up, for the most part, all of the weekly actions that I have on the side here. My weekly reflections will go here when at the end of the week. This is the bottom page is where I meal plan. This section here is where I track a lot of the information for myself. So the books that I'm reading and the habits that I wanted to track. So for here in the habits, I will be tracking water and I'll be tracking steps. And then here is where I will do the to-dos for the week. So I've already set, like I said, I already set up my weekly actions. So I'm just going to kind of finalize my planner. Today is Monday the 9th. It actually is pretty late. I'm recording this in the evening or at night because it's when my baby is sleeping. So that's when I can get work done. So these are the colors that I use for the Makse life system, and I'm actually going to, I forgot to do this earlier, but I'm going to color coordinate. This is my color key for my Makse life. They aren't the exact colors of the Makse life system, but I chose these colors because these are the colors that I use in my budget for my different categories. And so I chose the colors that matched or made sense in my head. So I don't actually know what the exact colors are for Makse Life, but these are what the colors are for me. So I'm just going to highlight. The weekly actions I have are prep 2025 February weeklies, prep the monthly, and do 1 week of February. So that should be pretty easy, I think. I'm going to read the Knight of the Seven Kingdoms and Becoming, work on HB90, reach out to some people and pick a theme. It's my daughter's birthday coming up, and so it's her first birthday, so we're deciding on what we want to do for her first birthday. I have my habits, which is water 2 times a day, and then steps or movement. I have the readings, the study that I do with my sister-in-law. I have continued taxes, update and close budget because we will be coming up at a cycle, and organize nursery closet. So I've already kind of set up myself for the monthly reflection when that happens at the end, weekly reflection whenever that happens at the end of the week. This is where I meal plan. So I meal plan in this area at the end of the week, so that I have my grocery list when I go grocery shopping or whenever I'm going to go grocery shopping. This is an example of last week, but this is the meal plan that I had for the week. I just write down the meal that I want to make, list out the ingredients. Normally I will kind of mark what items I have already and then highlight the items that I need to get, and then that's what my grocery list is. And so I'll do that later in the week. I've already set up like the readings that I need to do, and I will do the habits. So habits for water just look like this for me because I have a big 40-ounce like Yeti cup that I drink from, and so when I say 2 times, I'm meaning just 2 cups of that 40 ounce, so it'll be 80 ounces. And then I guess I will put steps here. I usually write my steps in the following days to make sure that I have, the most steps that I have. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is now fill out some of the areas in here. I have this big Essential Holidays mega sticker book from Happy Planner, and they have these Valentine's Day pages. I'm just gonna pull this out so that I can just use this all up. I don't have any plans actually for Valentine's Day. Maybe we'll have like a little date or something like that. For the most part, we're not really doing anything, at least not that I know of. So but there are some things that we need to make note of. So I need to mark something on this day and mark something on this day. And then also that it's Valentine's Day and Galentine's Day if you celebrate. This is just a reminder for me to message some of my girls, some of my friends. And like, honestly, that's really it. I don't really have much else that's going on this week. At least I don't think. Oh, I know. I have to close out the budget on this day because this Friday is a payday. And then, so it's already later in the day, but I'm going to write, record, take out chicken. That's about it. So those are the things that I actually already did. So I'm recording the intro now, and I took out the chicken earlier. I'm just trying to think of things that I can put on here. Oh, I know what I did. I updated the budget as well. Yay! I did it. So that's pretty much it for Monday. I'm just gonna pop some decorations here. For the rest of this video, I'll be checking in. I don't know how often I'll be checking in. I guess it'll just depend on what's going on and how busy I am. But yeah, just gonna put some decorations everywhere, and I guess I will see you guys later on in the week. Hi friends, so this is me checking in. Today is Wednesday the 11th, and I'm not at my setup desk. I'm at my like actual desk. This is where I'm checking in. So this is my planner so far. These are from yesterday. Let's see, what did I get done? This one, no. But that's okay. I did update that I did drink 2 water, or so 1 water on Monday, 1 water on Tuesday. That's kind of about it. Let's see. For the HB90, these are the kind of projects that I'm working on and tasks. So let me see. So this one is actually done. So I'm finished with this, and I can move this over. I haven't moved it yet, but this is where I keep my finished projects, and I have a little fun project that I'm going to do with this later. I like to fold cranes, and so I was thinking like paper cranes, and so I was thinking once this is done, or maybe I'll start folding them now. These are all of the projects that I have done, and I'll fold them and then keep them in like a jar, and then at the end of the year I'll have like a full jar of all of the projects and tasks that I got done. I also shared a story. I'm gonna put plants. Didn't do that yet. I'm working on this. I haven't finished recording. I need to edit that, and I did that. I just need to do the homework. So for the weekly actions, let's see if I did anything. I did pick a theme, and oh wait, I did I just texted family. Yeah, so I can check that off. It's pretty much it. I can add a weekly action here, that I went on a walk. So I went on a 30-minute walk today outside, which is fantastic. I'm so proud of myself. And this is also, I texted family. I guess I could put that I scheduled video, and that was my Jan check reflection. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today so far. I think I'll highlight those after it dries, but yeah, for right now I'm just going to continue working on some editing. I gotta remember to drink my water. Remember to drink your water. And so far so good, I guess. Hi friends, good morning. So today is Sunday the 15th Happy Valentine's Day. I'm just doing, oh, well, yesterday was Valentine's Day, but I am just doing a morning check-in before I do my weekly reflections and to just kind of show where I am currently. So as you can see, I didn't do much reading. I didn't do much updating. Yesterday, I was with family, so I was spending a lot of time there. And so I'm just catching up. But I wanted to update on some of the things that I did. So I updated my Makse, not my Makse, my HB90 like Kanban board. So this one is done. So I finished this video. So I'm going to move that to the back over here. I also still have this working. This is the check-in that I'm working on right now. And then those are still working on. I didn't update the water or the steps. I haven't actually been reading. Unfortunately, it's been a busy week. But I did do some things. So some of the weekly actions that I updated in this week, I did a bunch stuff on Wednesday. I organized the closet. I texted our family. I actually did a 30-minute walk outside with my daughter, so that was really nice. And I also finished a week in my February 2025 creative vertical. So that was really nice to be able to just sit down and do that. Anything else that I did? So I did do the things that I said. I do need. So I do want to continue working on the taxes. I didn't get to do my stubby bubby stuff. And water has been okay. It's just steps and movement that haven't been. Oh no, I did move. I'll update at the end of the day. At the end of the week, I'll update my steps here. I was thinking of actually changing that as well, where this can be like the monthly habit tracker part of it as well. So like I can, in each corner, I can like check off whether I did do the water and the steps for it. Just like in the bottom corner here. I know it's an extra place, but just seeing it visually on the monthly spread seems to be helping me. Well, hopefully it'll help me. That's what I'm hoping for. So for today, the things that I'm going to be focusing on is I'm going to be meal planning, for the week so that I can figure out like what to get at the grocery store. I'm also going to do my Makse check-in and just kind of get some admin, cleaning, house stuff done. So I will check in with you later this evening for my weekly check-in. Hi friends. So today I'm actually a little behind on this. Today is actually Tuesday the 17th. It was a crazy weekend, so sorry I didn't check in too often. But now I am going to kind of show you what I did for this week. So I think the last time I checked in was Saturday morning, and I was like going through some of the things that I wanted to get done. I don't remember exactly, but what I will tell you is on Sunday, I did a lot. So I closed the budget and I worked on our taxes. I started the craft of the month, which is the cross stitch Hello Kitty. And I also texted my niece and I installed the cooking simulator on my PC. And so since today is Tuesday, I was so caught up with so many things happening over the weekend that this is what I'll do sometimes, being a mom with a little, is I will actually do my check-ins on my phone. So I have like a document where I keep, if I need to, like I have my weekly actions, my annual goals, my monthly goals kind of set up there. And sometimes what I'll do is instead of doing the check-in on here, I'll do it on my phone first, just so that I have the weekly actions ready for me for the next week. So I did the check-in on Monday so that I can have my weekly actions ready. So I'll go over all of the stuff that I completed. So on my weekly actions, I got pretty much a little over halfway done through a lot of them. So I prepped 25 February weeklies. In my creative vertical, I did the monthly and I did week 1 of February. I did read a little bit of Becoming. I worked on HB90. We did pick a theme for my daughter's birthday, and you'll see that in the coming months. I did continue our taxes, I did the budget, and I organized our nursery closet. It was a lot easier than I thought it was. That's the thing, and I think that's what I find in here is that a lot of these things look big to me, but then when I actually do them, it literally takes me like 15 minutes of my day. And so I don't know, take that as you will. But so for the weekly reflection for the wins, I put organized nursery closet, completed week 1 of February, picked theme, and reached out to family, and I started the cross stitch, which I'm really excited about. I did like I do Hello Kitty, and I did like the face of it, face of her so far. What worked? Writing things down, doing things little by little, even if it's not perfect, and putting things out there. What didn't work? Not resting, putting too much pressure, and not asking for help. So lessons learned. So this week was pretty hard for me at the end, and I needed a break. And so just little by little, I need to take it little by little and smaller steps. I also did my meal plan down here. So let me see. So I'm working on this now, and you'll see I removed some of the Post-its already because I moved it to the back, and I need to move some of these up forward. So I need to do one of these. So this is for the IG reel or post. I also need to work on, I need a better place to put these. So I have this video and this video, and also this week's stories, which I've already posted some stories on. So I'll put this here, and then this one back here. So that's pretty much, oh yeah, and I put the steps in for the week. I need to put Sundays. I can't because my phone is recording. But this is how my week looked like. Started off a little bit. I did close out the budget. Started off strong. I did do this too. But then at the weekend, it just got really busy. So like I said, I already did the weekly check-in reflections, and so I already did my week. So based on this weekly reflections, this looks like more, and I'm not really listening to myself, but I think it's because I broke it down into things, or into smaller chunks. Not really. I actually kind of added on, but that's okay. This week should be much lighter. So I have finished memory of week 1 of February. So in the week 1, I had an extra page for memories. And so I have more photos in there that I need to finish. I actually did that already. Start February week 2, which I already did. I need to play 1 game and install 1 game. So my goal for this month is to play 2 games, not necessarily finish, but just play them. So I'm deciding what game I want to play and then installing a second game just so I have it for the ready. I'm thinking I'm going to try Dave the Diver. My husband said I might like that game, and install 1 game. We'll see. I have a Steam Deck, and I think for me, that's going to be the easiest way to play video games at this point, and not on my PC, just because life ends. So I'm able to take out the Steam Deck or play it while she's napping, and I'm able to put it away, but yeah, we'll see what other game I choose. So I have continue reading Knight of Sun Kingdoms, Becoming, and then the book club book, which the holds should be coming soon. Do HB9D book flights, so that should be easy. Daily water, daily steps, that's not very good. So visit gym 1 time. This is just for steps. Sometimes I say this where I'm like, okay, I'm only going to do steps, and then I end up doing a full workout anyway. But the goal is to just to start. I need to do week 5. I'm considering participating in Lent this year. Continue taxes, frame artwork, decide placement, and car registration. So these are tasks that are broken down versus I think the monthly goal that I have here is hang up art on wall. So I broke this down, right? So frame art and then decide where I want to put it. That can all happen at the same time. So it looks like more, but it's actually broken down. Install 1 game is also something easy for me to do. I also set up my weekly reflection page. So my wins, what worked, what didn't, lessons learned, adjustments. And I also started some planning out things and decorating with some stickers here and there. I'm actually doing this right now. And I actually did this. and I actually did this. So yeah, that is, oh, and then I guess here are my weekly actions for the week. So on Wednesday was pretty busy. And then it kind of just, there were some days where I did some stuff. And then looking at our annual goal, monthly goal, sorry. Finish January, print photo collages, anything else? We did purchase our mattress. And yeah, I texted some peeps. Yeah, I think it looks good so far. So that is my weekly check-in for the week of February 9th to the 15th. I would say this was a pretty good week. I did get a lot done, but also it came at a cost. But I'm doing okay now, and I'm ready for the next week. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw and you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and click on my face to subscribe to my channel. And let me know if you like these kind of videos, if you like to see the process of how I kind of actually plan in my planners. I know it's really messy, but that's just how it is for me. That's how I write, and that's just how I use my planners. So sorry if it's not aesthetically pleasing, but it is what it is. But yeah, thank you again so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.